It's go time. Who will be the first who will be the first chatter? Who's it gonna be? Will it be me? Oh, it won't be me. Don't F with J. First chatter of the stream. How we doing? What's good, chat? What's up? What's up? What's up? I'll let some people flow on in here. Jay. Okay, I'll call you Jay. Alright. Bum. 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 Have I finished the city yet? No, I have not. No, I have not. Oh. Alright. Is this based on any city IRL? No. No, it's not. Alright. Is my mic, if for those who were here yesterday, is my mic better? Am I louder right now than I was yesterday? Hopefully. For those of you who were here yesterday in stream, it should be a bit louder, but I don't want it to be too loud. You know what I mean? So, let me know. Let me know how it is. Can you come to my city in Minecraft? I mean, not right now. Maybe sometime. It's my brother's birthday. Can you shout him out? Happy birthday, Hayden. I hope your birthday goes magically. I hope you get everything you ever wanted for your birthday. Alright. We're going to get started here. I did a little off-camera building, as you can see. I added some roads from last night here. I added this big, long, curvy road. Whee! To kind of make a border of the city. So over here is going to be like the downtown, the super tall buildings. And then over here is going to be a lot less dense as the roads wind up into the mountain range. So that's kind of what we have going on here. Today, what I am going to do is, we're not going to do roads today a lot. What I want to do today is I want to start planning out the skyline. Traffic is going to be a nightmare. You are absolutely correct. 100,000 people in this city? Psh, it's going to be crazy. We got buses, though. We got buses and bike lanes, so, you know, it shouldn't be too bad. But anyways, we are going to work on the skyline of the city today. And what I mean by that is we are going to start planning how tall each building on each block is going to be. So we're just going to get started here. And I'm going to use these wool colors here. Whoops. To designate the building heights that we're going to have here. And what we're going to do here, I don't think it's big enough for 100k people. Well, this isn't the whole city. We're going to use the whole island here. This is just the downtown. It'll be big enough. We'll have to make some tall buildings here, is the thing. It's going to be like the Kowloon Walled City. Like I said yesterday, we're going to make some pretty dense buildings here. So, I think each city block can hold maybe 4 buildings. 4 big buildings. And then, you know, once we get to like smaller apartment buildings, then, you know, there'll be a lot more. But anyways, where are we going to start at? I'm going to start at the tallest building, where I don't know where the tallest building should be. Where do we think the tallest building should be? I'm thinking maybe somewhere like on this block, somewhere around here, the tallest building could be, or maybe in here somewhere. I think it should be along this avenue, because you know, the tallest building is going to have the most people, I guess. So it should be next to some, you know, good connections, good people and stuff like that, you know what I mean? you're gonna have to have an African slum to fit everyone. That might be true. That might be true. You might be right about that. No, we'll be fine. We have a lot of space here. We have a lot of space here. Make it as big as San Almendro. Well, I don't know if it's gonna be that big, but we'll see what we can do here. So, what do we think? Like right here on this corner for the tallest building in the city, and then we'll branch down from there. I think that works. Let me raise up my FOV a little bit. I think right here for the tallest building is okay, right? What do we think? I'm gonna stop this recording here. And then I'm gonna start another one. Woo! Recording started. Okay. So, for this, make it as big as Italy? Yeah, we'll do that. I'll make it as big as Italy. Is this separate from San Almendro? Yes, this has nothing to do with San Almendro. Completely separate. This is our own thing. Alright. So, the tallest building here is... how tall should this thing be? Let's see. Let's open Google Earth here, and I'm going to do some measuring real quick. Watch this. Look at this. Look at this little high-tech transition I got. Okay. That was cool. So, we got San Francisco here for one of our references. I want to know how tall its tallest building is. So, I'm going to grab the 3D tool, and then I'm going to make a line. So, the line tells me that this building is about 325 meters tall. So, alright, 325. Let's go check out Los Angeles. Let's go down here and check out LA. What's going on, Coaster Connects? Welcome to the stream. Okay, so we have the US Bank building. This is the tallest building in LA, and this one is 300 meters tall. Actually, no, this is technically the tallest building. What am I saying? I built this. Let's find the tip right there. Boom. And then down here, this one is 336 blocks tall. Alright. Let's go check out maybe Austin, Texas. Check out Austin, Texas real quick. Where's the tallest building in Austin? Right here. Boom. How tall is this building? 261. Okay. Interesting. What's going on, Ryan? Let's check out Houston. I think Houston has the tallest building in Texas, which is right here. This building is 304 blocks tall. Okay, so it's looking like it's going to be about in the 250 to 300 block tall range. So let's go give that a try. Let's stack this up, maybe 250. Check out OKC. Oklahoma City doesn't have any tall buildings. So that's about 250 blocks tall. I think that could work. Maybe make a small skyscraper with a bank in it. Well, this is just one building. This is probably going to be the tallest building in the city. Check Charlotte. They have some good average-sized buildings, especially South End. I'll check some out. Right now, I just want to see what the tallest building is going to look like. So that's 250. Let's try 300. 300 blocks. We got to get close to update it. So that's 300. Let's come down to the road and see how it looks. Yeah, the intersections that I made aren't finished, obviously, as you can see, along this road. Yeah. I think that's a good height. It's taller than the mountains, but I'm not too concerned about that. I think this will be a good height for the tallest building in the city, right here, yeah? And then maybe, okay, so we could probably have 2 more buildings. Here, let me get some signs out. And I want to have a height map. So Red Wool is going to be, let's say 200 plus. Orange will be 150 to 200. Yellow will be 100 to 150. And green will be, I guess, less than 100 blocks. Right. And then, actually, hold on, let's do this. A lot of buildings are going to be less than 100 blocks, so we'll do this. 50 to 100 blocks will be green, and then light blue will be less than 50 blocks. Okay, so there we go. Alright, so yeah, 200 plus. So we have this building right here, and then I guess right next to it we'll have another building. Let's see, maybe we can make this one 210 blocks. Something like that. I want to have a nice slope downwards. So we'll have a building right there. Let's try another one right here. Let's make this one maybe... Let's make this one like 220. Boom. Okay. So we're just planning out the skyscrapers for our city here. Look at that. Okay. Can you make a coaster somewhere in the city? We'll see. We might be able to do that. Something like that. Let's get another one right across the street here. Let's make this one just 200. Boom. Okay. There we go. There we go. I'm improving it a lot. It was a mess. your old roads. Right, 200 plus. Okay. So we got that. Let's go ahead and switch to some orange. And this will be 150 to 200 blocks. So we'll put a building right here. This will maybe be 180. And then another one right here. We'll try like 170. Boom. Okay. Something like that. Right here we'll have another one. Let's do like 190 right here. Boom, boom. 190. Okay, okay. Let's put a... How many buildings can we have along this area? Let's come back to that. I don't want to think about that right now. Boom. Let's put a building here. Let's go 160. Okay. Shaping out the skyline. Shaping out the skyline. We're going to have it come down this way. So let's get a orange one right here. Let's also do 160. Right there. Let's do 165 right here. Boom. Actually, no, let's not do that. Let's go ahead and put a 165 block tall building right here on this side. Boom. Alright. Here we go. We'll put some yellow buildings in there. So a little bit shorter buildings. Let's have an orange building right here. Let's make this one just straight up 150. Like that. Okay. Let's put a orange one right here. We'll try 160. There's no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing here, by the way. I'm just placing buildings randomly, or placing lines randomly. Let's see how the subscriber count's looking. 56. Okay, we're still at 56. Okay. All right. Let's get another orange. Actually, let's move to yellow. So these are going to be, the yellow buildings are 150 to 100. So let's put a yellow building right here. Let's make this one 150 tall. Boop. Okay. And then let's get a smaller building over here. Maybe like 120. And then one over here, let's go 110. Okay, a little lighting glitch there. That's weird. What's going on, Com Racer? How we doing? Welcome to the stream. We are building a beautiful skyline idea for our city. So we'll see how it looks in the end here. Let's go. Boom. Right here we'll go 110. Right here we'll go. Let's go 100 right there. Alright. Look at that. Look at that. Looking good. Let's come over here. Let's put one right here. Let's go 130. Okay. So you can kind of see the shape of the skyline showing up now. So yeah. We're gonna have a good little downtown section here. We're gonna have some pretty tall buildings here because we're gonna have to fit in quite a few beds here. Let's go 110 here. 100 here. Boom. Alright, alright. Let's put a yellow one right here. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Boom. Hey, Bubba Flubba, do you see yourself making probably more tutorials? It's possible. I said if my, what is it? A Lincoln Memorial video got, I forgot how many likes I said. But I said I would do a tutorial for that if it got, like, I don't know how many likes it was. Like 5,000 or something. So, you know, anything's possible. What's going on, Elevator Warden? Boom. Build green tower. Build green tower? Gren Tower? I don't know what Gren Tower is. Let's put one right here. Let's go like 115. I'm just picking random numbers. What's going on, holiday tracking? How you doing? How you doing? Hope you're having a great day. Let's go 106 just for fun. Okay. Amar, welcome to chat. Welcome to the chat. How's my day going? My day's going great. Playing a little Minecraft, building a nice skyline. Ain't nothing better than that. Look at that. Midnight in South Africa watching you. Really? Midnight in South Africa, huh? Big W from South Africa. I love your stadiums. Thank you, little Baba. Little Baba. Let's put in a green building right here. Let's go for maybe 70. Let's put one right here. Let's go 90. It's 5:47 in Oklahoma. How long do you think this will go? I don't know. Yesterday we went for 4 hours. I don't know if we'll go for 4 hours today, but you never know what can happen on the Bubba Flubba YouTube channel. That's for certain. Hi, my new subscriber. Welcome, Official CM. Welcome. I'm happy to have you. Welcome to the Bub Hub. We are glad to have you. Everyone say hi to Official CM. Give him a big warm welcome. And I think as the buildings get shorter, obviously, we're going to be able to pack more buildings in, maybe. Because, like I said earlier, we're going to have shorter, little, smaller apartment areas. Or maybe we should just keep them big and chunky. Because that'll make it easier to, duplicate. So maybe we'll just keep it like this for now. We'll just do what we've been doing. 648 in the Midwest. Is that right? Boom. Okay. Let's get a 90. Let's put a 90 block tall building right here. This is my first stream being here. Happy to have you. It's a lot of these guys' first stream. Sub to you, I love cities. Building one myself on my channel. Hex yeah. Hotel. So you can already see we have a nice little skyline going on here. This tallest building is definitely very, very tall compared to the other ones. We might have to make some of these other red ones a little bit taller. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Let's get a building right here. Let's go 60 on this one. We'll go 70 on this one. And then we'll get one right here. We'll do this one 90. And then this one we'll do this one yellow. We'll make a yellow building here. And we'll go 105. Make a pizza shop or Starbucks on one of the low rises. I can definitely see us doing that. I didn't know the stream started 20 minutes ago. Does the goat respond? He does respond. Bah, bah. He does respond. You planning out city skyline, right? Yes, yes we are. We are planning out the city's skyline. It's coming along nicely. There is a little bit of a sharp drop off right here. So we'll get a orange building right here to counteract that. And we'll make this one about maybe 180 tall. Actually that's a little taller than I wanted. Let's go 160. Yeah, that's better. That is better. Look at that. Make a mall on the curved road. Perhaps, perhaps. I don't know how much room we're gonna have for commercial stuff. It depends on how much space we have to spend on building homes. Because like I said, we're gonna have hold on. We're gonna have 100,000 beds to place down. Geometry Dash Lover, welcome, welcome. How tall is the tallest building? I think, what is it, 300 and something blocks? Let's see. Whee! Boom, 301 blocks. A central park in one of the long blocks would be cool. I agree, I do agree with you there. Maybe right here we can have a central park. What do we think? Central park on this one? What's going on, Tara? Welcome to the stream. Happy to have you again. I think this would be a good one right here to have a central park. And then over here we can just have some buildings surrounding it. Where are you taking inspiration from? Right now I'm taking inspiration from not really anywhere. I'm just making a random little line of buildings. But I have been taking inspiration from, I guess, San Francisco, Chicago, a little bit of New York City. So something like that. Hello, cat. My cat just jumped up on my desk. Okay. Let's get some green right here. Let's go 70. And then we'll put a maybe a 60 block tall right here. Alright. Sorry, just joined, but what's this build? This is a city for the 100,000 subscribers that I am going to soon have. So I'm going to have 100,000 beds in this city, one for each of my subscribers. So that's what we're working on. Right now we're working on the skyline, trying to get a nice curve. Because if you look at skylines, I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but if you look at a skyline, you can see they have a nice little curve. They curve upwards to the center, and then they curve right back down. And that's kind of how you see in every single, pretty much every major skyline. You have, it goes up smoothly, and then it, you know, tops off and then goes back down out into suburbia. So that's what I'm trying to get right now. Like if we look at, you know, any random city with, you know, a decent skyline, you'll see, let's pick St. Louis. You'll see it has, okay, not as big of a skyline, but it still has the little, you know, curvy, wurvy thing. Why am I, like, angled slightly? I don't know why that's a thing. Here, let's do this. I'll fix this real quick. Boom. I know that fixes it. Okay. Every skyline but Las Vegas. I think Las Vegas kind of has it. If you look at this. Depends on how you look at it from. If you look at it from here, you can kind of see it. It goes wee woo. The tall buildings are concentrated together at the very least. For a large part. And like, let's go look at Seattle. We can see it again here. So if y'all are playing your own cities, keep this in mind. See, look at that. That's a really, really good example of it right there. You see it starts with the super low density buildings on the, outside of downtown. As you get to downtown, you get the taller buildings, and you can see a nice little gradual curve upwards to the tallest building, and then a nice gradual curve down back into suburbia. Let's look at New York, and then let's get back into it. Let's get back into the city after we look at New York. Because New York is kind of crazy. New York has multiple skylines because it is a big city. So, like, we can look at the financial district right here. If you look at it from this side, there's so many buildings. Okay. It has the tallest building right here, and then it curves down into more like the smaller, I guess, mid-rises. And then you have like Midtown. Midtown's just a disaster. It's a disaster. But like Brooklyn over here also has it. Look at that. And then over here in New Jersey. Look at that. The tall buildings are concentrated. That's pretty much what you should get out of this. The taller buildings are concentrated. So that's what you should know here. And that's what we are doing here. So you can see that we are trying to emulate that with the tallest buildings concentrated together and then gradually moving downwards. And we might have like a second downtown somewhere over here because a lot of cities do have that. Like I said, like I showed you guys in New York, they have multiple sort of city centers just because New York is so big. But that's what we are doing currently. New York is heavily underrated because people only focus on Times Square. That is true. That is true. Let's go 110 with that one. Let's go for a little... Let's go 80 blocks on this one. Bubba, is it multiplayer? It is not multiplayer. It is not multiplayer. This is a single player world. It'll be available for download once it's done. But for now, it is single player. Oh, my cat's... Okay. Let's go 70 for this one. And then let's go... Let's go 60 for this one. There we go. I love your videos. Thank you, Ollie. I appreciate that. I love your comment. Happy to have you here. Boom. Let's go. Let's do the same one here. Boom. How big is the city? I mean, let's just come back here. This is how big it is so far. It's probably going to cover the whole island. All these forests are going to get deforested eventually. It's already started right here. I mean, these trees are going to have to go, obviously. But it'll be very big. Most of the island will be covered. Will you ever do a face reveal? At 1 million, if I ever get there. That will be my face reveal. Let's get a green building right here. Stack you up 90. Stack this one up 90 as well. This will be interesting. A 90 block tall building next to whee, a big old skyscraper. Okay. Let's do this one like, let's do 60 blocks. Sorry, but do the different wool colors mean different types of buildings, or just making it easier to differentiate each building? The only difference is the height. So I made a little... Where did I make the... I don't even know where the signs are anymore. Is it over here? Yeah, right here. So this is the signs. So it's just for the block height. So the red ones are 200 plus blocks tall. Orange in between 150 and 200. Yellow 100 to 150. And, you know, you get the idea. So The red ones are the tallest ones, and then the blue ones are going to be the shortest ones. We haven't gotten to blue yet, though. But, will the city have an airport in a future stream? I don't think we'll be able to fit an airport. I don't think we'll be able to fit an airport. Maybe like a helipad somewhere. We'll put helipads on top of the buildings. That'll be how people get between cities. Are you gonna host another big team build battle? I know the video didn't do very well last time, but I want to get the red team back together. Possibly, yeah. I still have the servers. I still have the waiting room with people in there, so I have thought about doing another one. Boom. Looks very Hawaiian-ish. Does it? Does it? I don't see the resemblance. Boom. Boom. Urban planning, even in Minecraft, takes a lot of patience. Something a lot of us don't have. Good on ya. Thank you very much. I agree, it does take a lot of time. Let's see here. Do this one. Fill out this little block. Boop. 60. Instead of an airport, you could have a Grand Central train station or something like that. That is true. That is true. Or a dock where boats come in is also an option. Is this San Almenjo, or have you given up on the city? We haven't given up on the city, no. This is just a different project. San Almenjo is not my only project, guys. I have more projects than just San Almenjo. This is just another little project. What mod is this? What do you mean, what mod is this? Oh, this is the one I'm... Right now, this is World Edit. That's the mod that I'm utilizing. 50. Yo! I don't even know how to say your name. But, yo, how's it going? Add a subway in the city. Real bacon lover. You abandon your city. Local airplaner. This is World Edit. What's going on, Kyle? Let's go up 50 here. Let's go up 60 here. Boom. How do I get that? It's free online. World Edit's free online. Free for all. Just look up World Edit. If you don't know how to install a mod, there's a lot of YouTube tutorials for installing mods and whatnot. Boom. 70 there. I love your builds. Pretty good and accurate. What's going on, Luis? Good to see you here. Good to see you here. Okay. So we have a clear downtown hierarchy here now. It's pretty easy to see now. But now comes the hard part of knowing how are these shorter buildings going to be enough, because we're going to have to start filling up some space with, you know, beds. We got to fill in beds. So it's a hard thing to judge right now, but I don't know if, you know, the shorter buildings over here will be enough to fill in the entire area with and fit 100,000 beds. So we're gonna keep going with what we have, but this entire thing is subject to change. So it's very possible that a lot of these buildings get significantly taller. I don't think the tallest building in the city is gonna be taller. I think that's a pretty good height right there, but the surrounding buildings might have to be brought up a few. How do you find people to work on San Almenjo? Do you also have a Discord server I can join? I mean, I have a public one. I have the Bubba Flubba fan club. It's in the description of any of my YouTube videos if you're interested in joining. Also, if you want to apply to San Almenjo, there's also a application in the description of most of my videos. Boom, boom. Hope you hit 100K. Thank you, Kyle. I appreciate that. The hills in the background will look so good with the skyline. Yeah, it'll look like Denver, except not really. It should be fine if you just do a load of like flat, wide hotel style buildings. Yeah. It should be fine. We're just gonna have to pack people in like sardines, possibly. Do you think it would take too long to make armor stands as people? I don't know if it would take too long, but it might lag the server quite a bit. So, if you're talking about this right here, 100,000 armor stands, I assume is what you would want to have, which I don't know about that. That might take a little too long. Let's put a building right here. So let's put a yellow building right here. Let's go like 110. Here we go. I need a McDonald's in the city. How do I find your Discord? In the description of most of my YouTube videos, it'll say join my Discord server. Or also, I will also go ahead and hold on. I will spam some invites for you in chat. Boom. There you go. There's some Discord invites right there. Boom. 100,000 beds will be enough lag. Yeah. Yeah. I might have to agree with you there. Boom. Alright. Build a giant Walmart in the mountains to make it better. Yeah. Maybe I'll put like a little Walmart right on top there. It'll be like a 7-Eleven size Walmart. That'd be cute. Alright. I can imagine how these roads are gonna look with these buildings all alongside them. Look at this. Just imagine all these being buildings just walking along the avenue. You should build a hiking trail in another video in the mountains. That would be cool. Yeah, nice little trails going up. I agree, that would be pretty cool. Bro, you are the best. Thank you, Emma. You are the best. What about a gas station? Yep. Gas stations too. Or actually, hold on. Let's do 130. Yeah, that's a good one right there. Look at that. How did you build the World Trade Center? What sites did you use? Oh gosh, that was a long time ago. I don't even remember. I used Google Earth. I used the you can go back in time to previous satellite imagery. And so you can see the footprint of the World Trade Center when it was still there. So that was one way that I was able to get the measurements straight from the place. But there's like forums online and stuff that have blueprints, so it's not super hard to find. Boom. Let's get a building right here. This guy is the GOAT. I appreciate that. It's very kind. What if there were fjords behind the mountains? I mean, it's a little late for that. Also, my world painter skills aren't good enough to make fjords. So, there's also that. Let's put a building right here. On this little corner. Let's go 60 on this one. What's your favorite real-life building in the world? Someone asked me that yesterday. I think, I couldn't think of anything else besides the Burj Khalifa. I think the Burj Khalifa is pretty cool. Here we go. So this side is coming down pretty nicely. I'm pretty happy with this. This side's a little sharp, so we might have to increase the height of some of these buildings. So let's do this one. Let's go like 130. Is that better? Did I change anything? Yeah, I did. Okay. So we'll get that one a little bit taller. So now we got a little bit more of a gradual step down here. Will you build a parking lot? A parking lot? Like a single parking lot anywhere? I mean, probably. I assume so. Do you want to visit Europe one time? I mean, I'd like to visit Europe more than one time, ideally. I don't think you can see all of Europe in one trip. How many Europeans are in chat right now? It's probably getting pretty late over in Europe. What is it? Probably like 10 or 11 p.m. in Western Europe. I think you should add some houses or mansions on the mountains to give it a good view of the city. Yeah, like some Malibu Hills type stuff. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Okay, so this is gonna be the park. So we're not gonna have any buildings here. We're gonna have buildings all around it though. So boom. Let's go right here. Boom. 50. We'll do 60. I'm from UK. It's midnight here. Ah. Greetings from UK. Or I guess greetings to the UK. I'm not in the UK right now. Let's do that. Let's make that one 50 blocks. Ah. Alright. So here's our little mini Central Park. I don't want to make our park too big because, again, we have 100,000 beds to fill. So, there is that. Maybe we can have like another little, like have these buildings along this avenue be a little bit taller. So that can be like our second little skyline, I guess. So if we do this, we'll go like 110 here. Wait. Uh-oh. That's nice. I think I misclicked, guys. I think I mistyped. I don't know if we want to have a space elevator in our city. What do we think? 1100. Yeah, not 1100. 110. That's more like it. So we have a decently tall building there. We'll do this one like 90 blocks tall. Right there. We'll do this one like 70. 2 a.m. for me. Alright. How many people how many people are, like, how many countries are y'all watching from? We got UK, Denmark, USA. Someone said South Africa earlier. Who else? You don't have to dox yourself, but like, where are we watching from around the world? Any Canadians in chat? Boom. Do you like more European or American architect style? I like, in general, I think I prefer American styles. But I mean, a lot of European styles are really cool still. 70. Let's go 80 on this one. Let's do 90 here. Let's do like 60 over here. North Korea. Yo. Bro, you cool? Can I have your aura? Of course you can. I'll lend it to you. I'll lend you some aura. So we got that. And then I guess over here we're gonna start bringing it way down, and over here I think we're gonna start like having the blue buildings. Same with over here, we're gonna start having some of these blue buildings. I'm from Switzerland. It's 112. Oklahoma in the chat, which is the United States. That is correct. That is in fact the United States. You are correct about that. 70. I'm not Canadian. I'm not American either. Saudi Arabia. Even though I do live in the US. Oh, okay, okay. Very cool. 60. Watching from Venus right now. It's so hot. Grab it like an umbrella. It'll help you shield from the sun. That should help you out a bit. Boom. Are you making a police station? Welcome back, Alicia. Happy to see you again. Yeah, probably. I assume we'll have some police stations. At least one. Unless my subscribers are like the best people, like they would never do wrong. They never do any crime. I don't know, y'all tell me. Something right here. 70. And right here. 50. Over here. 60. Over here. We'll put a yellow building over here. We'll go 110. Just for fun. What is the city name? I don't know the city name. Subscriber city, sub-city. People had a few suggestions yesterday. Can you build a massive Walmart next to a giant data center? Yeah, we could do that, make that happen. You know, you haven't built yet a hospital or a bank as far as I'm aware. We have not. We've not built a lot. In this city or in San Almendro. Boom. Boom. What do the colors mean? The colors are for the height of the buildings. So the green are the short ones, the red are the tall ones. Just a nice little visualizer. I will make a city name. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm not trying to dox you, but which state are you from? A magician never tells. A magician never tells. Let's see here. Boom. So we got a nice little curve down here. And that comes up a little bit. And then we're going to have it come right back down. Right back down. So, have you go 60 up there. A city can't function without a hospital or a bank. That is correct. That is correct. Let's go 70 here. 60 again. 60. Don't forget other McDonald's. I will not. I will not. Let's go 70. Let's do 90 here, just for fun. Right here we'll do... Go back to 70. Do like 65. And then 55. And then, you know what? I think right here, we're going to have our first light blue building. Our first light blue building. It's going to be 45 blocks. Boom. Look at that. And then we'll fit another building right in here. 55 blocks. There we go. All right. You should add a feature of the city that shows what the city is famous for. Will you live in this city once it's complete? I already have a bed in this city, actually, believe it or not. Where's my bed at? Right there. This is my bed. My cute little bed, my house. Build a 20-way freeway through the suburban area. Yeah, that would be a good idea. What's your favorite fake brand in San Almendro? That's a good question. My favorite fake brand. This is my first chat. This is not your first chat. I've seen you. You chatted in here before already. My favorite fake brand. I like the fake Burger Bites. Burger Bites is a fun brand. It's like a burger joint. Or Keta Cola. The fake Coca-Cola brand. We still need a giant cloverleaf intersection. You can add a port. We'll get there. We'll get there. We gotta take one step at a time, gang. One step at a time. Look at that. Oops. When are you posting your San Almendro video? The next one will come out eventually. It'll come out soon. Do not worry. What materials do you use for the roads? Right now it's just cyan terracotta for the roads. And then we have polished andesite stairs for the curb. Smooth stone for the sidewalk. And the medians are bamboo stairs. And then for the wider roads, the medians are smooth quartz stairs. Alright. Oh, Flubba now officially owns McFlubbas. Is that right? Alright. Alright, we got a nice little skyline here. I'm gonna take a bathroom break for like 2 minutes. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. But meanwhile, I want you guys can enjoy the beautiful Be Right Back visual that I made. So enjoy that. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Ba-da-bum, bum. Ba-da-bum, bum, bum, bum. What do we think about the, Be Right Back graphic, gang? Do we mess with the Be Right Back graphic? It's pretty great stuff, huh? Alright. Enough of that. Let's get back into it. Alright. We have returned, gang. Oh my gosh, there's some motorcyclists outside. Alright. Super fast speed build jump scare. That is correct. You could add music. Horrible JK is absolute cinema. Yeah. You could add music. Y'all can hear the music right now, right? Hopefully y'all can hear the music playing in the background. It hasn't been muted for y'all, and I'm just listening to it on my own. I hope. Ah. 55. Let's go 80. Yes? Okay, good. Good. I'm not going crazy. The background music in most of my videos, I mean, it's just music that I've gotten created for me by some pretty cool Fiverr guys. If y'all want music, go on to Fiverr. No, like the waiting video? I mean, I just have the music that I already play in the waiting video. You know what I mean? Oh, the Be Right Back scene didn't have anything. Huh. That's not good. I'll have to fix that. Boom. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I will fix that. Who gets to live in the tallest building? I don't know. Y'all will have to fight for it, I guess. I don't even know how many rooms the tallest building is going to have or how many beds. I'll make sure to try to cram a lot of people in. Let's see here. Let's just do a little math. Let's go over to the tallest building. Right here's the tallest building. Let's say, let's grab some random blocks. Magenta wool. Let's say the tallest building takes up a footprint of about 50 by 50. Something like that. Maybe a little less than this, but that's fine. We're just doing a little visualizer. So this will be the tallest building. Maybe we'll make it like circular or something. A lot of these buildings, I'm gonna try some fun designs. I'll probably take some inspiration from real life too. But so we got this building here. Apartments, I guess like condos would be what we have here. We'll have, let's just make a random little hallway. Pick a spot, doesn't matter. Don't worry about the look of it. Okay, so then we could probably fit in maybe 3 apartments on each side. Break it up like this. Right? These are pretty big for apartments. Nope. Hold on. 20. Okay. Come over here. Let's do 20 again. Nope. 22. Okay. That looks about right? 6 apartments per floor. That's decent. And then let's say each apartment has 2 bedrooms, and then we fit 2 beds in each bedroom, right? Because you have 1 bedroom, just a nice little, what's that, like a queen size bed? A queen size bed in each bedroom. That sounds realistic. So then that's 4 people per apartment. So that'd be 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 people for each floor. So then, how many floors are we going to have? We're going to have 3 blocks per floor. So if we stack this up, 5 up, Murnish M, Magenta Wool, 24. Actually, let's stack it 10 up. So this is 240 people. Okay. If we go up 20, that'll be 480 people. And then 480 times 2, that'll be 960 people if we stack it up 40. So we got 960 beds. And then, what is 96 times 2? That would be 188, right? 188. Boom. So something like that. Hold on. Maybe 75. Boom. Alright, just about that. Actually, no. It'll be 74 because that'll be the roof. So boom. 74 times 26. I can't do that math. Hold on. Let me grab the calc. 74 floors times 26 people per floor. Okay, so we'll have 1,924 people will fit in this singular building. So that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Look at that. So 1,924 y'all will fit. And since you guys are in the stream, I think you guys will have some priority, and you guys can probably take the top floors of the tallest building here, huh? How about that? Yeah. 4, 8, 12, 24. Yep, that is correct. Alright. Now we know. About 1,900 people will fit inside of this building. Probably not exactly, but you know. 1924, I said it before. Trust me, please. Okay. Okay, I trust you. I trust you. I don't trust you. Will you be able to make it so we can join the server? I'm probably not gonna make this a server. Maybe I'll make it like a server for like an hour or two, and then I'll let like all my subscribers come in and be in the video for like a few frames, a few shots. But I'm not gonna have this be like a regular public server. So I'm just gonna post the world download for y'all, and that's how that's gonna go. Look at all these buildings we got here, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Are you gonna make the city like your other one? I mean, I'm gonna make it. Hold on. Bonk. I wouldn't say I'm gonna make it like my other one. Let's just stack 70 up. Stack 50 up. I hope the game won't lag with so many beds. I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. Should we see if I can take it? I'm sure my game will be able to take it. Let's try it. Boom. Stack you 10. Okay. Stack you 10. So this is 100 beds. Stack you 10 up. This is 1,000 beds. And then I'll stack you 10. Nope, not 10 up. 10 that way. So this is 10,000 beds. Oh my gosh. And then let's stack it 10 this way. This is 100,000 beds. Oh my gosh. That's weird. It's fun. Woo, woo. Look at that. Okay. This is 100,000 beds. So it's really not a problem because the beds don't load once you leave the area. But this is what 100,000 beds looks like. You're lagging? Yeah, I can tell. Thanks for that. I was able to sniff that part out. So yeah, the beds don't render when I'm outside of the area. But, I mean, I still get some, like, it's definitely lagging, but it's not unplayable. Let's get rid of that right away. Okay. There we go. So, yeah, this will be doable. Alright. There we go. Let's keep on going with the wool. Hello, sheep. Let's go 70 up. Right there. Let's go 50 up here. And then, where do I start making the buildings shorter over on this side? Let's see here. Put a building right here, first of all. Let's go 50 up there. And go 50 up right here. My brother needs help decorating his GD level. I'm gonna go help him. See ya. Thanks for tuning in, Super Who. Will there be a skyscraper school? That would be funny if we just make everything skyscrapers. Boom. What kind of city is this gonna be? Entertainment, industrial, historical. Mainly residential. Mainly residential. Just gotta fit all the buildings in. All the beds in. It's gonna be modern though. Skyscraper city. I would assume entertainment being a skyscraper city. I mean, we're not gonna have a... If I'm being completely honest, we're not gonna have a ton of amenities and stuff here. Like, the main purpose of this city is going to be to cram in as many beds as possible. That's what the main purpose of the city is going to be. So no downtown. I mean, look at that. That's downtown. Is this not downtown enough for you? Look at this. That looks pretty downtown to me. Okay. Let's put a building right here. And then let's go ahead and put in 2 blue buildings right next to each other here. Let's put a blue building right here. Make you 40 tall. And then I'll make this one 40 tall as well. Boom. Alright. So there you go. We got those ones in. So you gotta drive 50 miles to the next closest town for your local library. That is... yeah, that's what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. I don't make the rules. Let's see, how far out this way are we gonna have the first blue? I guess blue can start right here. 40 up. Let's do you right here. 40. Let's add a blue one right here. Oops. 40. There we go. We'll mix in some green as well still. Boom. You said mostly residential. I was assuming they were apartment buildings. Yeah, these are all going to be apartment buildings pretty much. With, you know, like street level shops. I don't know how many of these are going to be copy and pasted. It's going to take forever for me to build all of these if they're all custom. But I think a lot of these smaller apartment buildings will end up being copy and pasted. But a lot of these taller ones, I'm going to try to do all of them custom. Just so the skyline will look good. And like, I'll have like probably like, I'm thinking if I like make a, you know, apartment building that I end up copying and pasting, I think I'll try to like make multiple skins of that same apartment building, you know? So like one of the buildings are brick, and then the other next building is like, it's the same footprint and everything, but it's like, I don't know, light gray concrete instead. You know what I mean? So it still looks different even though it's the exact same, and I'm just quickly changing them. Cause I wanna get this out relatively soon after hitting 100,000 subscribers. And you know, I can't spend forever on this city, because I do have other projects still. Boom. 40 blocks here. We're gonna be looking like New York up here. That is correct. We are gonna be looking like New York. Let's go 50. Let's put this one at 60. Boom. Let's do this one. 40 blocks. 40 blocks tall. How tall is 40 blocks? Let's see. That would be... how many floors is this? Let's see. 5 floors. 7 floors. Okay, so about 9 floors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 10 floors. 10 floors. So a 40 block tall apartment is 10 floors. Alright, can work with that. Is the city that you made that had different parts, is that when you got a new computer that works very well? What? Say that again. Because you lost me there. Boom. Let's make this one 45, just for fun. My Bedrock City is pretty big. I'm making it Reno type. Awesome. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Let's do this one 60 tall. Yes. Let's do... boom. 40 tall again. Let's put one in the middle here too. Let's do 45. Jeff Taco. How's it going? Hi. I like your name, Jeff Taco. I'm gonna leave you alone and work on my video. That's alright. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you soon. Good luck on your video. Whatever video that might be. Alright, let's go ahead and bring this little area down. I wish I could be just like you, man. You can! You can be just like me. Would y'all watch like a video that I dedicate to like how to plan a city, and I like go in depth on like some things, like topics, like making a skyline and planning out roads and stuff? Because a lot of people ask me about like how I make cities. Which, to be fair, I'm not the only one making San Almendro. So I'm talking about the city build series at a skyscraper. A dock you recently added in a suburban area. Is that the city you got a new computer during the series? Yeah, it is. Yes. That was pretty early on though in the series. Yes, please make something like that. All right. You should join Build the Earth. I'm on Build the Earth. I was in the guy who created Build the Earth, Pippin. I was on his build team. Build it 1-to-1. I was in a few of his videos. I built, if you look at his Hawaii building Honolulu video, you'll see a lot of my buildings in that video. If you go to the end of the video, he like shows who made the most buildings for the event, and I tied with somebody else for like the most buildings made. So a lot of my buildings are in that. Also, I have a video on my channel, if you go back far enough, showcasing the stuff that I built for that Hawaii Build the Earth video. So I did that Hawaii build, and then I built a little bit for the next event they did. It was, I think, like Kyoto, or somewhere in Japan. I built a little bit on that. And then I don't remember where they went after that. But I think those are the only two that I really participated in. But that Honolulu one I did quite a bit for. I imagine it would be a bit like Alpine's videos, but a bit more laid back. If I've heard of him, yes, I've heard of Alpine. Alpine was in chat last night. He dropped in and said hello. Boink. Are these all just apartments? A lot of them are, yeah. Boink. No, these are not single-family homes, no. These are taller apartments. Okay. Let's go to like 30 blocks tall over here. We're gonna get real short and sweet. There we go. Let's put a green one right here. 50. No way, is this foreshadowing an Alpine and Bubba collaboration? I mean, he's already been in one of my videos before. Granted, we weren't like really collaborating. That was the build battle. I had Alpine come and judge a few of the builds. So I wouldn't really call that like a collaboration in the traditional sense that y'all probably are thinking. But yeah, it's possible. Anything's possible. I'd like to collab with Alpine. I'd also like to collaborate with the Mango. Those are probably two of the people that I'm in contact with the most. Are you going to build single-family houses? Yeah. I'm thinking over there we'll have like a big neighborhood of single-family homes, depending on how much space we need to fill up the beds, the bed count. Will there be more work done on the second downtown of San Almendro? Yeah, eventually. Eventually there will be. Right now we're trying to focus on finishing up the first downtown though. I started with green before I found you. Yeah, green's pretty great. Green's pretty great. Boom. I do want to have a building that I would like to build for your city. For my city. 100,000 now. Let's take a look. Are you right? No, just a little bit off. That's Bubba, how do you build a nice detailed city? I've wanted to do it ever since I finished my first city on Xbox. Maybe I'll have to do a video on how to get started building a city. Because I guess a lot of y'all are asking how I build them. Let's come over here. Will San Almendro have an airport? Anything is possible. I don't want to spoil anything, but anything is possible. 45 there. Let's go 40 here. Is this entertaining, just watching me place pillars? This can't be entertaining. Boom. Look at all these pillars. Oh my gosh. you can pretty clearly see the skyline for the city though, right? Look what I told you. I mean, look at that. That's definitely a skyline. See how it curves? Curve up, boop, to the tippity tallest building, and then whee all the way down to the smaller buildings. Look at that. Beautiful. Looking great. Looking cute. Why are there wool blocks in the grass? It's part of the texturing. Woo. Just so it's not all grass blocks. There's wool blocks and there's moss blocks. Sweet skyline. How many more pillars are there to place? Quite a bit. Quite a bit. These aren't even all the roads for the city. We still have all this area to fill in with roads. And then all of this. Over here, the grid will probably break down a little bit. It'll be more wavy, windy roads. What was the one? Dunked to the right from where you are. Make it go a little higher. Like over here. You think so? Boom. Let's go 45 there. Let's add a green block here. And let's go 55 up here. How do you get rid of the grass? What do you mean? I mean, I use Axiom. We need an area of downtown. It's just a bunch of small, thin, two-way roads and alleyways between buildings. I'm sure those are going to be, I'm sure those will be everywhere around here. Alright. Look at that. When is the next video for touring subscribers build? Because I want to be featured on it, but I play on Bedrock Edition on my realm. I don't know. I don't have a set time for it. Look at that. Ain't that looking good? Take a bite out of that. What's the best sand texture for a waterfront? I like to use sand as well as mixed in with stripped birch wood. Oops. And then right at the water, where it meets the water, if you add in stripped oak wood, so it kind of looks like the water soaking into the sand. That's a cute little design. Boom. Put a little light blue building right here. How do you get rid of grass? I mean the trees. I mean the same thing. I use Axiom. So I just select the trees. A little deforestation here real quick. Boom. And then just hit the backspace button and they're gone. Flatiron building. Little mini Flatiron building right there, yeah. What are you playing Minecraft on? I'm on PC. I'm on PC, Samantha. Bonk. 40. Okay, there we go. Perfect, perfect. Brown mushroom for the sand. Yeah, you could include that, I guess, in with the stripped oak wood. Like hit them with a... What's going on, Jaunty? Boom. Some brown mushroom. Like some oak wood. Here, let me just do this. A little world edit here. Rush sphere. 7% sand. 20% stripped oak wood. Let's try 10% brown mushroom block. And just put it right here. Makes for a nice wet water. I gotta undo all that. Rats. I did it too much. Replace brown mushroom block. Sand. Replace stripped oak wood. Sand. Okay. I wish I could play Minecraft, but I play on PC and I suck at PC, and my PC can't open anything without getting a high quality of 2 FPS. That's rough. That's rough. You gotta go for some more. Gotta save up. Alright. What is the population of San Almendro? I have no idea. That's a good question. Boom. Stack 50 up. Boom. Stack 40 up. Okay. So, I think we are going to finish up here in this city. But if y'all want, I can, for a few minutes, we can walk around San Almendro. If y'all want to look around. I'm not going to show everything because we do have stuff we're working on, but if y'all want, I can hop over there and have a look-see-do. Boom. For what I do, I'll lock Minecraft to 60 FPS and leave the rendering distance to default. It can affect your RAM if you try and do more. Yeah. Or get Voxy here and just infinite render distance. You know what I mean? Okay, so I think we filled in most of the space that we can for now. There's this little area. I think we filled in most of it that we can. Look at this. Sheesh. Alright. Well, I'm going to stop the recording. And yeah, look at that. Alright. 100,000 now. I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's going to work. Okay, I'm going to go to the menu. I'm going to make sure I save the replay file. And then I'll, where's the neighborhood streets? They are not there yet. They will be there. Eventually. But they're not there quite yet. Okay, we're going to render this real quick. Make sure it saves up here. I don't think my laptop can handle infinite render distance. Well, Voxy doesn't do like infinite. It doesn't like actually render the stuff far away. It's it like lowers the quality as it goes away, so it's not actually rendering it. You know what I mean? What's going on, Ryan? How we doing? How we doing? What's good, Bubba? Glad I could tune in. How's it going, B-Ball? Well, what does the second mean? What do you mean, what does the second mean? Gotta go eat some dinner. Adios. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe so we can get to 100K. If you don't subscribe, then chair. Oh no. Why no 100k now? Let's try it. Let's see. Nope. No change. Are you going live tomorrow? Probably not tomorrow. I'll probably stick the live streams for the weekend. So maybe I'll do it on Saturday or maybe Friday evening. What are we doing now? We're gonna go look at San Almendro real quick. Once this replay file thing in the top right, it has to save first so I can get the footage. So you're playing in 1.21.11 Mounts of Mayhem update. I'm making a city. Where should I put my indoor baseball stadium at? I don't know. Wherever you want. I couldn't tell you. I'm feeling good, thank you, but I can't sleep because it's hot right now. That's not good. Get a little fan or something. Come on. It's got to start saving at some point. It'll just take a minute or two because it was a longer video. So, you know. How many people are watching? 57. 57 people are watching. Sheesh. This is going to take a while. No, it just it just takes a minute to start going. Once it starts going, it'll be like so. We'll count down the time for it to start saving. It's got to like 75 at time, by the way. What? Times? Oh. Have you always used Java for your videos? Yes. Yes, I have. Come on, any day, man, any day. Hold on. That can say. I'm just gonna leave that for later. It'll save, but I'm going to join the world real quick. I'm gonna make sure I don't spawn in somewhere that y'all can't see. Hold on here. Let's see. Can y'all see this? Go to here. Sure, we'll do this. Let me turn on my shader packs because the shaders make it look tough. Hopefully my game doesn't crash. Alright. Okay, we're back. Bloom, bloom. Alright, here we are. We are in the city. We're in San Almendro. Wow, look at that. We're here. We're in Chinatown, right by the waterfront. We can take a few runarounds, a few laps around the city. Wow. I'm flubbing my Bubba. Is that right? Is that right? Ooh, nice little alleyways. A lot of these alleyways and stuff are not detailed. But, you know, they'll get there. They'll get there. Ooh. Oh, look, Luis. Are you watching the stream? He's watching the stream. Meh. First person. Gotcha. Your little Times Square area. I like your Be Right Back animation. Yeah? Thank you. Got our little theater. Hey! Get away from me. Bro wants to be on stream so bad. Ooh, ah. Ooh, ah. Hey, get up on stage. I know you can hear me. Get up on stage. Perform for us. Where'd he go? Uh-oh. There he is. Get up on stage. Bubba flubs a lot. Pretty sure that's why you name Bubba Flubba. Just tell everyone he's not perfect. Okay, he's not going to get up on stage. Whatever. Fine. Let's go run outside. Boop. How do we get out of here now? Let's go out this way. Too late. You missed your chance. Let's go run around here. Stage fright. That's what I'm saying. He's a little scaredy cat. Look at this. Ooh, ah. Ooh, ah. I want to show. You got stage fright. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Wow, look at this. So many pretty buildings, huh? There's a nice little church over here. Or not. I think I'm a block short. Hold on. What are you doing if you thinks you're trying to build in the city and then he starts building? I don't know. I'll let him build. There's a nice little church over here. Also, if you look at the second downtown skyline, you can see we're doing the exact same thing that we were doing in the subscriber city. You can see we got the wool blocks over there, so it's the exact same concept. So you can see it goes down, it goes up, whee, right to the top, and right back down. So you can see how that works. Very fun stuff, huh? That's how it goes. How's it going? Nice old church. Ooh, ah. Oh, there's no interior? I thought there was an interior here. That's unfortunate. You should add a theme park in your city. Yeah, we probably will. Nice little church. Look at that, look at that. Let's fly over here. Whee! Bonk. A lot of unfinished stuff still. Look at this. Ain't that nice? Imagine every known city from everywhere around the world was combined together. That would be pretty crazy. Let's jump up on the freeway. The very incomplete freeway. Look at that. Ooh, ah. Ooh, ah. Alright, we'll go for a little bit. What do y'all want to see? Y'all want to see the port? Y'all want to see the arena? The baseball stadium? Whee! Let's go fly over here. I like the, is this city bigger than the other city? Yes, the city's a lot bigger than the other city. How do you fly fast? Like what mod? This is Axiom and World Edit. Or actually, I think the Essentials plugin allows you to fly faster, but also I'm using Axiom right now. Add 1,000,000 potholes for it to be realistic. Uh-oh. Lag spike. Oh my gosh. What's happening? Okay, we're back. I think. Whee! Can I see the second marina? I want to see the bridge. We got a lot of bridges. Gotta be more specific. Here's one of our bridges. Ooh, ah. Very pretty. Look at that. Okay, we'll fly over to the baseball stadium. Whoosh. Hold on, I want to show you some stuff that we're working on. Oh my gosh. Whee! Here we go. Around here, around downtown. Here's one of the marinas. Oh my gosh, the lag spikes. The lag spikes! Baseball, so I get inspiration from my baseball stadium. Alright, we'll go do that. Whee! Whee! The lag is crazy. Is that the Golden Gate Bridge? I wish. Whee! Okay, we'll fly on down here. Oh my gosh. Do you have names for anything in the city? Yeah, quite a lot of the things have names. Actually. I think your shaders are causing you to lag a lot. Yeah, it's also I'm flying really fast. I'm loading new areas, so once I stand around for a minute, it'll whee! Load in. And I'll smooth out. And come on, come on, come on. You can do it. You can do it. Alright. Here, also, I'll just bring my render distance down a little bit. 26. We'll try this. Alright, we are so back. Uh-oh. Just follow me around. Here's the baseball stadium. We got a nice little promenade area here as well. Someone buy him a new PC. No, I don't need a new PC. Got a nice little area. So here's a baseball stadium. Chillcat made this nice little thing. Phantom, so it's like a Phantom gift shop. The MLB team is the San Almendro Phantoms, so got a nice little team store here. Very cool, very cool. We got 64 people watching. Ain't that crazy? Hello, all 64 of y'all. So here's the baseball stadium. We can walk in through here, these gates, or we can walk over here to the main gates. So we come up here, up these stairs, and then we have the doors here on the side. Let's walk in here. Whee! Nice little interior. It's not, it could use some more detail. Bye, I'm going bye, Bubba Flubba. Thanks for tuning in, Emma. We'll see you next time. But yeah, the ceiling needs a lot more detail, like around here. But it's not too terrible. Got some nice little areas. Walk around. The lighting inside is kind of weird. But I like this little area over here. Like a little sit down area. You can watch the game and then come over here and look at the water. Look at that. Ain't that cute? But yeah. And then you look at the field. Take some inspiration. Whee! Look at that. Nice little sign there with our logo. San Almendro. Beautiful field, beautiful field. Look at that. I like the nice little walkway around the outside too. So you can go for a nice stroll in the morning. Get a nice view of the city and the bridge and the boats and stuff waiting to catch the baseballs. There we go. Very nice. We run around here. Welcome back, everyone. Today we got the Yankees playing against the Dodgers. No, we got the Phantoms playing against the... I don't know. The Detroit Tigers. Nice little walkway. Over here to the marina. Look at this. Beautiful boats. So that's the baseball stadium pretty much. Nothing too crazy. Got a nice yacht here. Whee! Look at that. Hang out, chill in the marina. Got a nice little, this is a cool little building here. Come on in here. Whoa, look at that. Chillcat built this one. Ain't that cute? The rest of the interior is not done, so, you know. We'll just leave that. Leave that there. And then we can, we'll go look at the, basketball arena, too. Take us to the signs that tell us we are in the city. What do you mean? I live in Alabama. The best thing to do is leave. This lobby needs some work. A lot of this lower level stuff needs some work in the basketball arena. But the upper level stuff is more complete. So you got all this empty stuff here. And then, where's like a staircase to go up? Do I have to... Here we go. This is the more complete level. Look at all this stuff. Got some seating areas and stuff. Some little restaurants and shops and whatnot. And the doors that take you out to the arena. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Watch the, I forgot what our basketball team is called. Whoopsies. But, nice little basketball arena. Look at that. So cute, so pretty. Is there at one point going to be a server to join a world download so I can play? I know it'll be a while. It's possible. It's possible, but yeah, it would be a while. Oh. We got bro. Oh! What the? What's going on there? Are you stuck? You stuck in the hoop? Oh. You got out. Thanks for the live time for Sleep One to Love to South African subs. Signs that say welcome to insert city name. I don't think we have those. San Almendro Cascades. Is that what it is? That sounds about right. I don't think we have any welcome to San Almendro signs. We don't have many signs in the city yet, as a matter of fact. I will show you guys one of the things that we are working on for the next episode. Is something that I'm working on. Is whee! I'll show you. I don't want to show off other people's builds because that's their stuff. But I will show you this little nature walk that I'm working on. So you have this nice little river that flows from the bay. It flows into the inland and it goes way up that way. And it's going to go up into the mountains. I mean, it's not going to. It already does. You can see the river flows all the way over there. And there's a little lake over there. So you see that. And that river flows all the way down here into the bay here. And so you can't really, like, cover up the river. So there's a little nature walk, which I've spent a little time building. So I'm pretty proud of this. It's looking nice, looking cute. Got some bridges and stuff going over, but you got some pathways and stuff to walk along. The pathways need some more details. They need lights and trash cans and stuff. But yeah, it's looking nice. You got some little cattails and some like little lily pads. I really like this area. I really like the way this area is turning out. It's a nice little peaceful area. Is this flat land when you started? Well, this river didn't exist. This river actually used to go a different way, but we rerouted it. Well, I rerouted it. You can see the old path of the river here with the biome. You can see it kind of follows this way, and then it goes back this way, and then back down here. But I didn't want to. I wanted to have the grid here, so I made the river kind of stay within this one little grid area. So this river section is completely new. I built it, and yeah, you got all the trees and stuff. Pro finish the freeway. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get to it. But yeah, I really like the density and stuff. Like a lot of grass and stuff. Bunch of grass and shrubs and leaves, bushes. Feels super natural. Is there any cool corridors that you know of in this city? I mean, this is one of the cool corridors, I feel like. Look at this. Like, ain't this cool? Look at this. Fly all the way over here. All these bridges are going to be detailed and stuff. I think this is a pretty cool corridor. Like, ain't that a cool little view? Look at that. Eventually, there's going to be, like, apartment buildings and stuff going along these empty spots. So, it's going to, like, look a lot more enclosed than it is because there's a bunch of open area on the outside of these trees. So, you'll see, like, buildings peeking over. Kind of like how they are right now here, but a lot more. But, look at that. Very nice. And then, there's another little angle that I like that I just discovered. So the river's going to come up here. It's still a work in progress over here. But once this area is done, I think this is going to be a really cool area. Yo! Okay, Luis is going to the theater. He's going to a concert. But this is really cool. I think this is going to be a really, really cool angle. Because this is going to be nature walk and park along these edges here. Kind of like how it is down there. And this is going to be like a bridge over the water. But in the opening between the trees, you're going to be able to see this downtown skyline right in the middle, which I think is going to look super, super cool with the trees and stuff on the side, which I'm going to probably get to doing these trees and stuff pretty shortly. So, look at that. That's going to look pretty cute, pretty sweet. Am I right or am I right? And then we can fly around here because I don't really show the YouTube crowd all this stuff. Take a look at here. We'll fly up here. Did you make this in World Painter? I didn't. Somebody else did. We fly up here. Wait, you built buildings? This isn't Subscriber City, Milo. This is San Almendro. This is our this is our other city. But then, you know, we come up here. Whee! And there's a little lake over here. And I think this will be a cool, like, a pretty cool campground area, I'm thinking, you know? Like, campsites, little things all around, and, yo! And, like fishing spots, little tent areas and stuff like that. And then, oh look, this river keeps going. I didn't even notice this. Let's see where this goes. Whee! Okay, it goes up here. Oh, and it stops right here. Okay. So it's kind of like little cascades off the mountain. Let's see where it goes up here anyways. Okay, we keep going up here, and we're up in the mountains. Up in the mountain tops. Look at this. Yeah, there's so much stuff over here. Where's the suburban area at? I wanted to see that. Yeah, we'll go look at the suburban area. Actually, you can probably see it from here. You can look at it and then right through. You can see the city. And there's the high school. And there's the suburbs. Look at that. And then beyond that, you can see the freeway. It sinks down. And then across from there is the second downtown. There's the baseball stadium where we were at. Do the mountains have names? Imagine a mountain bike trail. We can go over to the super tall mountain. The mountain right there, that mountain has a name. We'll go check that one out in a bit. Actually, hold on. Is that even... oh, look at that. The replay file is saved. I don't know if that's rendering. Hold on. We'll render this up to 1,000. I don't know if the tallest mountain over there is... There we go. That's the tallest mountain right there. We can go check that out in a little bit. But I like just walking around up here in the mountains and like getting cool angles of the city. Like, look at that. You can see everything down there. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful. Basketball arena, natural history museum, baseball stadium, little marina over there, shipping port. But yeah, I mean, look at all this room we have to build stuff. I think this will be a really cool, like, suburban area back here, like a smaller little town, like, separate from the city, because it's pretty open and flat. So this could be like a cool little, like, neighborhood area back here. I think this will be pretty cool. Okay, but yeah, let's go look at the neighborhoods. Let's go look at the neighborhoods. Whee! Let's fly around here. Fly down here. This is all going to be filled in with beautiful buildings and whatnot. We have plans. We have plans for this place. This is a beautiful city. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So here is the suburbs. So, you got the high school right here. Very nice. How many floors does the tallest building have? I do not know. But that's the tallest building right there. So, I don't know how many floors it has. But, yeah, you got some nice little homes here. Hello, Luis. Nope. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm correct, but I'm pretty sure those are photon shaders. Yes, these are photon shaders. I'm using photon shaders right now. Nice little football field. Got some Friday night lights here. Sit up on the bleachers. Watch the football game with the city in the background. Look at that. Ain't that cool? We need a Bubba monument. Yeah, you think so? We'll fly through the suburbs. We got a nice little like back alleyway here with gates leading into the backyards and stuff. It's pretty cool stuff. A lot of these need more detail, especially like, you know, here the fences aren't even here yet. But like some of these backyards are completely empty. So, can you go to the top of the tallest building and see the view? We can do that. How do you come up with so many house designs? Honestly, a lot of these houses are custom. Like, a lot of these houses are custom. I believe they're custom. But for some of the ones that I've made, like all these houses I built, I just went to a random street in like a random city and I saw a house and I copied and I built it. So, like this house actually exists somewhere. I don't remember where, but it exists somewhere. You know, same with this one. Actually, I don't know about that one. That might be custom. This one exists somewhere. I remember that. This one exists somewhere. So yeah. And some of these are like repainted, like pasted of the same building. Like you can see, this is the same building that I had over here. So some of these are, a lot of these are copy and pasted. Oh my god. NJ16_era followed. I think it's on Twitch. So thanks for the follow. I appreciate that very much. But yeah, we got a lot of homes over here. Little fire department. Very cute. SAFD. Would you rather have a team to build Disneyland or would you just rather have yourself? I'm just going to finish Disneyland on myself. Is there any pop culture house references? There are. Let's take a look at this. Can you recognize what that is? Pretty sure you can recognize that. That's all I'll say about that. And then there's another one. Let's see. Over this way. So I'll try to find it without... Here it is. Here it is. That's cute. What does this say? Hello, we are here to slime you out. Love the zombies. Well, that kind of gave it away what it was. But, you know, there it is. Those are the two house references that I know of. There might be some other houses here that are, like, references from real-life houses. But those are the two that I know of. Nice little bowling alley. Whee! Wow, look at that. I have a question, Bubba. I have an answer, Dexter. Yeah, there's the residential area for now. Got a lot of empty plots that need to be filled in, as you can see. But it's coming along nicely. Why is my house in the game? Yo! Some little townhomes. Is downtown finished? Not yet. We are working on it, though. We are getting there. Do you use custom settings on those shaders because they look awesome? Yes, I believe so. I believe I have custom settings. Whee! This is supposed to be like a little observation deck in here. I don't know why this is hollow, or this is blocked off like this, because this is supposed to be an observation deck. Here, let me open that up real quick, because that should be an observation deck. Boop! Boop! Replace! White wool air. There we go. Okay, observation deck. Goated Bubba. Okay, well, yeah, with this shader pack, it's kind of hard to look. Once you get up to the glass, it's kind of hard to see outside. But you got the shipping port over there, cruise ship over there. Got the outside of the bay over there with some stuff someone's working on. If you're like horrible at building things in your server, will you get kicked out for building bad things? Yeah. Short answer, yes. Nice little downtown over there. Beautiful stuff over there. And will there be a national park? There is a national park. Oh, Luis left. This is a national park. Whee! This whole area, gotta try not to lag out. What's the name of the tallest building? I don't know the name of the tallest building, honestly. Can we see the stadium from inside? I showed off the stadium earlier. If you go back in the VOD, or if you just scroll backwards, you can see me walking around the stadium. I recommend holding Alt and turning on no clip. Nah. Build a zoo. We'll build a zoo. We'll build a zoo. But yeah, this is all the national park area. This whole valley. You got a nice little lake in here. I mean, look at this. Imagine like a little walking trail going right through this big meadow. Got big cliffs, big mountains. Whee! I don't know what's going on here. Got a big lake right here. This is the biggest lake on the map. NFL stadium someday? Yes, we will have an NFL stadium. We will have an NFL stadium. What's going on, Arthur? Let's walk up the mountain. Should we see how long it takes to walk up the mountain from here? Let's do it. I'm going to start a timer. I will start a timer and see how long it takes us to get to the top. Once we get to the top, we'll end stream. Alright, I'll start it. I'll make my speed 1. What will you do after you're done with this whole city? I don't know. That's a good question. That's pretty far down the line, though, so I shouldn't have to worry about that anytime soon. Future me will have to deal with that. Maybe start another city. I'm trying to animate, but I can't focus. No! What are you animating? Post your animations in the Discord server. I want to see. Wait, no, end stream. Wah, wah. Did we forget about Subscriber City? No, we didn't forget about Subscriber City. We're working on it earlier for like an hour and a half. Okay, how do we get up here? I'll have to carve some trails out and stuff. Can we see the lake? There's the lake. We've gone this far so far. I really love your channels in this series. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. There's the city all the way over there. in case you're curious. That's how far away we are. Alright. Let's see here. How do we get up? We gotta go over here. When's the next stream? I don't know. It's a good question. Maybe next weekend? Perhaps? Possibly? Only time will tell. Is the port finished? The port is not finished. It's a lot finished, but it's not 100% finished. Where's the biggest house? I don't know if we don't really have a biggest house yet. All the houses are pretty much the same size so far. We don't have much variety, but look at that. Have you ever heard of the Building Duck? I have. I like his city. He's got a nice little city. Do you plan to stream building the whole subscriber city or do some off camera? I'll probably do more of the roads off camera, but I'll probably start building the buildings on stream. I think. Okay, we've been going for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Oh, that's the top of the mountain right up there. Just way up there. It's just right there, man. We're close. Ugh. Aside from San Almendro, there'd be more cities in this world. I mean, not as big as San Almendro, obviously. But I could see there being like smaller little towns. Kind of like GTA 5 has Sandy Shores and Paleto Bay. You know? I really like this cliff face right here. It's a really cool design. Hold on, let me get up to the opening a little bit and I'll try to get a better view of this cliff face. You probably make loads making vids. No, I don't. I don't. Actually. There we go. Look at that. Ain't that a cool little view? This giant, just sheer cliff face. Let's go up there, huh? Is a subscriber city a stream city? I mean, some of it. I probably won't stream every single little bit of it, but I'll try to stream a good portion of it. Country Club when? Country Club, actually, we may or may not be planning a country club already. And we may or may not have a location for a country club already. You'll just have to stay tuned and see when that might come out. IP address reveal when? Never! How long does one vid take? Does it depend on what it is you're building? Yeah, more or less. Hiking must go wild in Minecraft. Jump, 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 jump. Yeah, my legs are just on fire right now, I'm sure. Boom, boom. Look at this. Rock climbing up that cliff would be epic. Yeah, it would. Look at that. Alright, we're still going. Timer's still going. 4 minutes and 30 seconds. We made it up here. Now we gotta go across here. Try not to fall off this cliff. Ah! Help, I'm stuck in your walls. Get out. Get out of my walls, bro. Or even better, bouldering, someone contact Mumbo Jumbo. Milo and Bubba Peak would be awesome. You think so? Okay, well there's the mountain we're trying to climb. So we're getting there, kinda. We might have to go down before we can go up again. We're like on the wrong mountain. Hold on. Okay, we're on the back side of that big sheer cliff face. Do you need more builders? We're always accepting more builders. We'll always take more talent. So here's the big cliff. Ah! Where's the lake at? There's the lake. Right down there. Bubba the rock climber is tough. Ooh, I hope I don't fall. Get a little vertigo up here. Wrong peak. I think I walk across this little thing here, and then it connects up to the mountain. So, I believe. How tall is the tallest mountain in San Almendro? I mean, that's the tallest mountain in San Almendro. I don't know how tall it is. Actually, it says there's a little sign at the summit, how tall it is. I think it's like, I actually don't know. I can't guess. Huh. Imagine this in VR. This would be crazy. Now, I can't really look at the city at this point right now because there's something that y'all cannot see right now in between. So, we're just going to have to keep looking at the mountain and the nature all around here. Okay, okay. We're coming down here. Boom. Look at that. You got the ocean over there. Man, I got into building my city again today, but I don't have a single building yet, and I still have a lot of terrain to build. Just get World Painter. Use World Painter. That's what I did for my subscriber city. Okay, so we are cleared from that little cliff face, I believe. Imagine Red Bull mountain biking event occurring here. Ooh, that would be tough. That would be tough. Going up. Going up. Alright. I'm building a city while watching this. Awesome. Alright, here's the mountain. Okay, we're gonna actually have to rock climb because... What is that? There's no more pathway there. Look at this. All this stuff. Untouched. Beautiful land. So much opportunity. Did y'all know this was here? Big chunk of our city. Hold on, let me zoom in. And there's our city. Wow. Look at that. All over there. Okay. Let's climb this mountain. Bubba Monument would be tough. I'm building a European-style city. Do you have any tips for a city? I mean, I know that they don't have any grids. Not like American cities, at least. Since they're so old, they usually go off the, they usually take the route that the old historical roads took. So, try to make interesting, like, roads that kind of just go all over each other. Use Google Maps for reference, for inspiration from real European cities like Paris. Small story, I actually made a city, but I lost the world. No! San Almendro Serpents would be a tough NFL team. That is true, that would be very tough. A team name we have in mind is the San Almendro Sharks. So, Serpents would be cool too. Sharks, Serpents. Are you going to make an organic super tall like the Coral Building they're going to start in Vancouver? I don't think we're going to have many more super talls in our city. What you see is what you got. That's what you got right there. That's going to be the tallest building. So nothing's going to be taller than that one. Build an observatory on the mountain. That could be cool. Imagine the light pollution. Yeah, imagine. Okay. Oh, y'all thought we were at the top? Y'all thought. Think again. San Almendro Barracuda. Bubba's the mountain climbing expert. Is that right? Okay, we're getting close. We are getting close. Where's the lake at? There's the lake over there. Come on, we got this. Up, up, up. And we're almost there, gang. We're almost there. I was here. I was here. Okay, we made it. 10 minutes and 39 seconds. There's the edge of the map, by the way. So, look at that. But here is the here's a sign, 1,788 feet above sea level. There's sea level over there, in case you're wondering. Mount Tavora, Tavora National Park. So there you go. Look at that. You need to make this exact path a hiking trail. That's like double black time and difficulty at the base of the park. Look at that. So yeah, beautiful view, beautiful view. Again, I can't I can't look at the city right now because there's something that y'all can't see. We can look over here. Look at that. There's the lake we started from. Observatory at the top of the mountain. Yeah, let's look at the sheer cliff wall. There you go. Look at that. So we're down here. We climbed up right up here along the cliff face. And then right up here, a little mountain, a little rock climbing. Actually, we could have a path kind of like going here. And then up here would be a bunch of switchbacks. Going up here. And then we could come maybe up to here, around here, boom, back up to here. And then kind of around the backside here, and then up to here. Like, that's doable. That's a doable hike. It's like Mount Chiliad. How big is the map total? It's about 16,000 blocks across, I think. From there to there, about 16,000 blocks. Coming to the beach. That's where we were a second ago. Now we're at the beach. There you go. You got the city over there. Got a little beach here. No observatory would likely have to be on a lower, flatter section. Yeah, we're not going to have an observatory at the very top of the mountain there. Can you do a tutorial on World Painter, please? Possibly, perhaps, maybe. Do you watch football? And if so, what's your favorite team? I don't watch football, no. Womp womp. Alright. Everybody pick a spot for us to end the stream at. Because we're going to go ahead and end off here. Any advice for the world? Take inspiration from real life. That's what I got to say. That's my advice for you. Where do we want to finish off here? Where should we finish off at? It's a national park, so nothing can be built on the peak without proper grants. That is true. City center in the city? Okay. We'll go in the city. Here's a nice little park I made. A little urban park. This is pretty city central. Let's go through this. Oh yeah, sub count update. Okay, 99,476. We are at 9488. All right. Nice little alleyway here. Let's go. I'd say this is pretty central right here. Whoa, what's going on here? Load, load, load. All right. Do it in the alleyway. Do the penthouse. Of what? There's so many penthouses here. We'll do it on here. Alright. Nice little party room. Look at this. Alright. We will... Did you make the warp zones? Yes. Yes, I did. I'm going to pick a spot. I'm going to go back and end it down here. Alright. We're going to end it in front of the church here. So, that's all we got for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for... Oh. Just broke a block. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We did some building in Subscriber City. Ran around San Almendro for a bit. Had a good time. See y'all in the next stream. Make sure to subscribe if you're not already. Let's get to 100,000 real quick. That's all I got for y'all. Alright. I'll have a great day, y'all. GG. And I'll see you next time. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. Until then,